Good morning. We'll be talking today about measures of central tendency using ungrouped data. So when we talk about measures of central tendency, we have three different parameters that are being used to determine the central tendency of a given set of data. So we have the mean, median, and mode. When we say mean, mean is also known to be your arithmetic mean or known the average. We also have the median and we have the mode. Mean is determining how the scores are distributed around the cluster of the scores. Median is defined to be the centermost or the middlemost score appearing in a given data set or in a given distribution. While mode, this is talking about the data or the scores that are repeated in a given data set. So mode is defined to be this is the score that appears most frequently in a given distribution or data set. Okay, so let us try to find out the measures of central tendency given the following scores. We have 87, we have 84, we have 85, we have 84, 93, 89, and 87. So we are going to find out what is the mean of these scores. We are also going to find out the median and the mode. We are going to use the formula if we are using ungrouped data, this formula. So this is the formula in finding the mean. We have the summation of x all over n, wherein the summation of x here is known to be the scores. We are going to find out the sum of all given scores. Then n, you are going to count how many scores are involved. So let us try to simplify. So simplifying this now, we are simply going to add 87 plus 84 plus 85 plus 84 plus 93 plus 89 and plus 87. So here we have 87 plus 84 plus 85 plus 84 plus 93 plus 89 plus 87. Then this will be divided by 7. Why 7? Because there are 7 scores. The number of the scores or cases that are present in the given distribution. So now, if we are going to find out the sum of the 7 scores, we have 87 plus 84 plus 85 plus 84 plus 93 plus 89 plus 87, we will be getting 609. Okay, so here we will be getting 609 all over 7. We will be dividing this by 7. So now the median is equal to, what do you think is our median? So dividing 609 by 7, we have now our median. The median now is equal to 87. This is our median. Okay, so when we talk about the mean, we are going to use this formula. This is the summation of x, meaning we are going to add all the scores. Then we will be dividing it by the total number of the scores present in a given data set. This is applicable for ungrouped data. In our given data, there are 7 scores, so that will serve as our n. This means to say the value of 87. This means to say that in a given data set, the scores are almost close to the mean. That's the reason why the mean is defined to be, or it indicates how are the scores uh, being attached to the whole scores. That's the meaning of the mean. Now let us try to find out the median. How do we find out the median of the given data set? So median for ungrouped data, there is no definite formula, but there are steps to be followed if we are going to find out the median. First, what do we have to do? We are going to arrange your scores. Okay, we are going to arrange your scores from smallest to greatest. It should be in ascending order. From the given data, we are going to arrange our data. So we have 84, we have we have another 84, then we have another score which is 85, then the next would be 87, then we have 87, then we have 89, and finally we have 93. So in determining your median, you are going to arrange first your data set or your scores. They should be arranged in ascending order. Always put that in mind. You cannot compute, you cannot find out your median if the scores are not arranged in ascending order. So ascending order from smallest to biggest. So our smallest scores here, we have 84 because there are two 84, then followed by 85, then followed by 87. Then we also have another 87, then we have 89, then we have 93. Now, you are going to count the number of scores. We have, how many scores do we have here? We have 7. And 7 is an odd number. So from that, what do you think is our middlemost score from our given data set? What is our middlemost score here? So we have 84, we have 84, 85, 87, 87, 89, 83. So here, our middlemost score is 87. When we say middlemost score, this is the score that lies at the center. Okay? You can easily determine the value of our middle score, especially so if we have an odd number of data set. Because when we talk about the odd number of data set, the number of scores to the left of your score and to the right of your score should always be equal or even. So here we have 87. Preceding digits, we have 3. There are 3 scores. Then succeeding digits after 87, we have also 3 scores. So our median here is the 4th in position, which is 87. Okay, so our median is equal to 87. I repeat, to find out the median, we are just going to find out your middlemost score. Maybe you're going to ask me, what if we have an even number? That is the total number of scores, for example. Okay, so let us try to have an example. I am going to use still the same data set. Okay, we are going to find out what's the median of this data set. Now, let us assume putting another score. Let's say we have 91. We are going to find out the median of this. Okay? So getting the median of this, as what I mentioned earlier, we are going to arrange this. We are going to arrange your data set from the smallest to greatest, or following your ascending form. So here, we are going to arrange it again. So I'll put here, we are going to arrange in ascending manner. That means to say that it should be from lowest to highest, ascending order. So this is the very basic step in determining the median when we are using ungrouped data. Okay? Ungrouped data The scores are simply presented in a very simplistic way, or the scores are just given. That's it. That is ungrouped data. So let us find out our median. What is our median then? Okay, so as what I mentioned earlier, we are going to arrange. So arranging this, we have 84. We also have another 84. Then we have 85, then 85, then followed by 87. Okay, so we have 87, then another 87. There are two 87 in our given data set. Then we also have 89. Then we have here, next is 91 and followed by 93. Okay, so trying to look at our arranged data set, we have 84, 84, 85, 87, 87, 89, 91, 93. If you are going to count the number of scores present in this data set, there are 8 scores, okay? So we have, how many scores are there? There are 8 scores all in all, right? 8 scores are present, and 8, it is considered to be an even number, right? It's an even number. It's an even number. Now, if it is an even number, you are going to look for the two middlemost scores after arranging them, okay? In determining the median for ungrouped data, you are going to look for your two middlemost scores, then just get the average of these scores. So here we have 87 and 87. So these scores are your two middlemost scores. Again, if you want to find out whether they are the middlemost score, the number of the scores found uh, at the left side and found at the right side, they should always be proportionate. Okay, so there are three scores preceding your first 87. Then there are also three scores succeeding from your other score, which is also 87. Now, if you're going to find out the average of this, well, of course, 87 plus 87 divided by 2, we have 154, right? Divided by 2. And it is still equal to 87. So our answer here, our median, is equal to 87. How did we get 87? We just added your two middlemost score by getting their average. We have 87 plus 87, then divide this by 2. As simple as that. So dividing this by 2, then we will be getting 154 divided by 2. And the answer is 87. Okay, here we got 287 here because this is just a coincidental from the given data set. And sometimes the scores are not the same. It could be 87, it could be 89, it could be 87, it could be 91. But in our case, we have 287. Okay, so let us try to find out the mode. So to find out the mode based on the definition, we are simply going to count. We are going to find out among the different data set. Among the different data set, for example, this one, we are going to find out what is the mode of this. Okay, so we are going to find out what is the mode of this. The mode of this is quite easy. We are going to count let's say, or find out the scores with the most repeated number or occurrences in your data set. So from here, 84 occurred 2 times, 5 occurred just once, 87 also occurred 2 times. Then we have for 89, 91, and 93, they only occurred 1. So in our distribution, there are 2 scores which appeared to be twice. Okay? They occurred twice. We have 84 and 87. So this means to say that our mode in our example, our mode here would be equal to 84 and 87. This kind of data set, because there are 2 modes, because 84 occurred twice, 87 also occurred twice. This is known to be bimodal. Bimodal, which means to say that in a data set, there are 2 modes. Unimodal, if it has only 1 mode. Trimodal, if it has 3 modes. Okay? And also, there are instances wherein a given data set has no mode. When we say it has no mode, that means to say that all the scores are unique without any repetition. So, this is all about finding the measures of central tendency using ungrouped data. So we have the mean, median, and mode, and we have the formula in finding the mean. Then you are just going to get the total of the different scores, then divide it by the number of data set. Then for median, you always have to take note. First, arrange your scores from the lowest to highest. Then you consider if it is an odd number as the total number of dataset present in the score. If it is an odd, just find out the middlemost score. If it is even, you have to find out your 2 middlemost scores. Then get the average. For mode, you are simply going to determine the mode by knowing among the different dataset, among the different set of the scores, which among the scores occurred the most. Thank you.